Michel, welcome to the Christmas edition of Startup Stories.
Daniel, welcome to the Christmas edition of Startup Stories.
Welcome, listeners. This is the Christmas edition of our podcast. We thought we could do something special just for you for this Christmassy time, bring a bit of fun in it. And what we did is prepare a set of questions separately. Michel prepared, I think, around 5 questions. I prepared some questions. And we're going to ask each other those questions and just see what comes out of it. And I obviously have prepared the better questions.
I'm very afraid of his questions, actually.
And really, really tough questions. So, Michel, why don't you start as my guest?
I have to...
Yeah, you start as a
okay,
with your question.
Okay, yeah. So, Daniel.
Yes.
How does your life look like in 10 years?
Dude! We said not these kinds of questions. In 10 years, I'm 28, I'll be 38. I will be married, I will have 2 super strong kids that kick some ass. And I'll be living... I have no idea where I'll be living. And... what's that? I'll have started... 10 years. I'll have... No, I'm kind of a long-term dude. So I will still be somewhere leading our startup or somewhere at the top, changing the world for the better.
That's great, and you will also, like, your hair will be gone, right?
Fuck you. My hair is already gone.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
So this will not have changed. Maybe I'll put some hair in. No. I'll just confuse people.
I think people will have developed very cool technology to do that stuff by then.
Oh, yeah, in 10 years, imagine.
Yeah.
So, who knows?
I'm very excited.
To see me with hair?
Absolutely, yeah. And that was like kind of the only part in this answer that I was interested in,
Fuck. What about you?
In 10 years?
Yeah.
Basically the same, right?
Thailand?
Yeah. I'm gonna make a huge exit.
You want to make an exit?
No, I know. Actually,
so you're kind of the short-term founder, huh? You just want to make the quick bucks.
I will do it 9.5 years, and I will leave, right? No, I don't know. I don't think so, actually. And I know myself that at the moment if I would do an exit, which would be cool as well, I think I would do something new.
Yeah.
And just start over again, probably after a few weeks.
Of Thailand.
For sure.
So, here I go. Why do you think we work well as co-founders?
Oh, that's annoying.
That's annoying.
We just did that test, right? We are both dolphins.
We did a personality test,
yeah.
And there's 4 types. So there's, in the extreme, there's 4 types of personalities. There's the owl, there's the dolphin, there's the
whale.
The whale and the
shark.
The shark. So you're usually not just one, but you're all of them a little bit, but one might be stronger than the others.
Exactly.
And you're a dolphin, clearly. And the dolphin is the one that comes in, likes to party, likes to enjoy life.
Yeah, likes to things happening, kind of. And
so anyways, what's the answer to my question? Don't evade it.
No, I didn't evade it. I just needed some time to think about it.
Yeah.
Made you talk about something. Yeah, I mean, what makes us good co-founders? I think we have both the same vision of what we want to build and how we want to do it, and we have the same values in what a company should stand for. And we are both very motivated and have a lot of energy, and we try until we succeed, kind of. And that's what makes us good co-founders.
Yeah.
What would you say?
That was an easy answer.
Yeah, I can also ask you.
What are the values? Let's dig deeper. What are those values?
I cannot really describe them, But I think we have... I mean, kind of the motivation we have and the energy is kind of a value, right? What defines us too from others we see around us is that we just continue and basically not give up. We give up on ideas if they fail, kind of, but we don't give up on trying. And not everybody's like that, and I think that's one of the great values in ourselves.
I think we work well also because you can deal with when I get too serious about something.
That's true, yeah. I don't like it, but it's fine.
I sometimes am very convinced,
Yeah.
from my opinion, and then you really need to. We have discussions and we keep going. But I do change my mind if you convince me.
Yeah, we grind it out.
Yeah,
very often.
Really
Actually.
grind it out. Yeah.
Maybe sometimes it's also bad because we both we're a little bit similar in this, and it takes us a lot of time to grind stuff out.
But then if we have grinded it out,
then it's good. Yeah.
Then it's good, and we don't talk about it anymore, right?
Exactly. And then we are at the point kind of where we can just look forward and go ahead.
Yeah.
It's my turn, huh?
Thank you for your answer. Yes.
Yeah. What is a product or a service you love, and why is that?
That's so cliche, but I like my Apple products.
Okay.
Because I didn't have Apple until I was at uni, so until I was 20. We had a Windows, and then some kind of brand for the hardware. And I did dig it deep into downloading torrents and installing hacks for games, and I kind of figured out a lot on the internet, and so it was fine for me. But there was this ease of use I had never seen before, and so I need to do a lot of less of hacking and fixing programs and going into the code and now, because it all works super nice.
Yeah.
So I'm a big fan, even though I'm a bit disappointed since the last couple of years. The products they brought out are not that revolutionary. So I think they're just milking the cash cow right now.
But they're still good, right?
They're still very, very good.
I'm actually very happy that I haven't taken a MacBook until now, so I can still...
Shut up. That's because you don't know what you're talking about.
No, I can still improve myself, I can still get very excited when I get one. And they're like, oh, that's awesome.
That's true.
For the first time.
That's
because
true.
you had that already, right?
I had that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Cool stuff. I agree. I think these products are actually very cool.
Yeah, it's one big part of our lives now.
Yeah, definitely.
What would you say to an investor? It's a bit similar to the question before, but what would you say to an investor who claims that 2 co-founders with a business background are too much?
Oh.
It's one question that's been bugging me, This is going to come.
Absolutely.
Whenever we go fundraising.
Yeah. But first, yes, it will come. But only if we go fundraising without any other one. Like any other technical co-founder or I don't know, whatever.
So he's our rescue.
Yeah, exactly. We just need to have one.
He or she, yeah.
But I mean, like, it depends on what we're doing, and there is many things you can do without being a technical guy, whatever. And we can do a lot. We see it now, and we don't need that for the moment. And then it's totally fine. Like, as long as we can prove that to the investor that we don't need it, and we can do it just something else or use an alternative, or we actually don't need it. I don't know. It depends on what you do, right?
Right, the CTO. But if someone says, well, all the business tasks could be done by one person.
Yeah.
And why are you 2?
That's a difficult question, yeah. I mean, obviously they can be done by one person, but as you see in many organizations that, like, it's so much to do, you go from user research to marketing to financing things to fundraising to organizing the administration stuff and all these parts. And yes, you can do it by only one person, but you're gonna have a lack of focus and be not that efficient with the things and not that effective.
Yeah.
What do you think about it? I mean...
Yeah, I think there's many different things to do. If you say, okay, business tasks.
It's not just a business task, right?
It's not just, writing down the expenses and doing the financials, but it's a very broad field. So just looking at how we're doing it now, I just see that you taking over a part that I'm not doing really helps me concentrate on other stuff, and it speeds us up.
I agree, yeah. I totally agree, yeah. How would you describe a person that you actively dislike?
How would I describe a person?
What?
So as an example.
Yeah, but not a real person. Yeah, you know, it would not be really fair for this person. But
No.
how is this person? What do you actively dislike? Or maybe it depends on the situation. Like work and free time is different. You know.
So in the work environment, I really dislike. That's very strong.
Yeah.
But I feel very lucky for everything that I have in the situation that we have. We're in Europe, in Switzerland, we have a degree and we live fine, we're in an apartment. And someone who doesn't appreciate that, who's complaining a lot and is not in the work environment, is not even trying to do his best to create value for the world, because he's getting or she's getting a lot of value, you know, education, housing, everything, and until the person's 18 you get it for free, and not having that mindset of, okay, what can I build now, or what can I solve, or what can I, but I'm just about partying, or just about myself. And yeah, it's good to have that as well, you know. You need to enjoy life, but someone who's just like that, or someone who's very disrespectful, I also don't like that.
I agree. I totally agree. And so, like, people who are probably just focused on themselves, right, to make their lives better instead of solving someone else's problem, or just helping someone, or just giving people a smile and make their day lives a little bit.
I read a book about it's called Give and Take, and it talks about, well, there's three types of people, generally speaking: givers, takers, and the ones in the middle. I don't remember the name. And so takers, I don't appreciate takers a lot. Those are just the ones that look out for themselves and try to take as much as they can, even if it's not conscious from their side. It's just how they are, and they don't realize it.
So their name is probably Geikers or taverns or something like that, right?
Why Geikers?
Because it's a mix of givers and takers, you know. Anyways,
so these are the jokes that I hear every day.
And that's what makes us very good co-founders as well, because that's jokes nobody understands, or not many people do.
I think humor is quite a big thing, big thing in a relationship.
Yeah.
I remember I had an ex-girlfriend, and obviously it didn't work out, so a lot didn't fit, but we had the same humor, and that was always so funny. And I think we have the same kind of humor, and we're having fun every day. Anyways, enough of the romantic topics. What is it about entrepreneurship that makes it okay for you to go 6 months without a salary? which we are doing now.
Yeah.
It's month 6, by the way.
It's month 6.
We're running out of money.
Yeah, we do. We actually run out of money, but we have a solution im Ärmel.
Always.
In the sleeve. A solution in the sleeve.
Prostitution.
Exactly.
I will go.
It's super profitable. It's great. It's great. It's amazing.
Don't evade. You're still buying time for your answer.
Definitely. Yeah. I do it again, huh? I mean, it's just super exciting every day. Every day is different, and you're talking to so many interesting people. You're figuring out new solutions. You're realizing that sometimes you have an idea and you try to get feedback on it, and it's just super, like, you get good feedback some days, and these days really keeps you going, and it's so much more than just doing your normal job, kind of, where people tell you what you have to do, and like you're just getting up in the morning, you know, and you don't have to, but you do it, and you have so much more energy than when you have to go to work, and that's just super exciting, and building something for someone, creating an impact, changing some stuff that is just super outdated or boring or nerve-wracking or whatever, and changing it for the better, and it's fun. I mean, we're like, every day is fun, every day is different, as I said, and that's probably it.
Yeah.
And I mean, in the long run, I hope we will be able to build a profitable business model.
Yeah.
And also get some money out of it.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not the main goal, but it's kind of a goal as well, because otherwise we have to stop at some point.
Yeah.
Because we have dreams. All the dreams as well, you know.
We
family and maybe a house or whatever. Or at least a place to live. And
I didn't know you had dreams.
yeah. I know, I've never told you about it. Then I have a very good question for you.
Okay.
Have you ever considered
No.
running for Bundesrat?
Bundesrat. So that's kind of the president of Switzerland. You know my answer, don't you?
I mean, I know that your ancestors have been up there, so
Yeah. So I should go back and follow in the footsteps. No, I worked 2 years in a big company, medium company, and
Switzerland is a company.
No. In a normal company.
Yeah.
And I realized that I hate politics, but that's internal company politics. So I don't know, but I assume that in the government it's gonna be similar, and I just hate that. It's not based on, you don't advance based on competence, but on connections and yeah.
That's what you hate about it.
And I really didn't like that.
Yeah.
That you couldn't talk to someone because there was a chain of command, or or someone didn't like you because whatever. It's really, I really hated that about that company. And it's probably in every company, so it's not that specific. So I assume it's going to be in the government, and that's why I will never run for Bundesrat.
So it's a no.
It's my official announcement.
Very clear no.
Yes.
Thanks for this great answer.
What's the most exciting thing about doing these founder interviews that we do?
Seeing Daniel cutting it 2 hours afterwards, getting super annoyed by it. No.
I just have to cut you out every time.
Exactly.
You know? It's like, Michel, cut him out.
Now it's the first time I actually get to speak.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to leave you in it.
You cannot just cut me out and then just talking to yourself.
Watch me.
Yeah, anyways, the most exciting thing is for me the people we meet. Super interesting founders every week, and I mean that's people we wouldn't meet otherwise. It wouldn't happen. You could do it, but it wouldn't happen.
It's a good excuse to meet interesting
yeah.
people.
Exactly, and hearing about their stories and learning from them is just super amazing.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah,
same here. And I realized that while we prepare the questions for the interview, and during the interview we ask questions, and after that I listen to it and I learn for our own startup. It just reminds me of things, things they say, you shouldn't work part-time, or you should do that like that, and I'm like, oh, that's totally our situation, and that's good that I'm hearing that again.
Yeah.
So it's really awesome. Yeah, meeting new people, learning for our own startup. Your question.
I'm actually out of questions.
You're out of questions.
That was my last one. At least the last good one.
All right.
I mean, I have one last one, but can you hula hoop?
Of course I can hula hoop.
Can you do it?
Yeah. This with the ring.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
We have to do
Not
it.
long though. But
no, I cannot do it.
Yeah.
I think I could do it.
You don't have those Latin hips.
No.
Do you?
No.
Yeah. I was.
Definitely not.
I was born in Brazil, so I was born with those hips.
So yeah, that was actually my last question. Do you want to have a?
Yeah, I have some more questions. What are we doing right this time? So so a bit of context. We're working on our third idea in 6 months.
Yeah.
Or maybe what did we do wrong? Shortly.
Yeah.
One thing in every idea, and what are we doing right?
I mean, what we basically did wrong is that we haven't really figured out a problem we want to solve of a specific customer, specific person, and on top of that, we didn't find a solution that fits their needs, kind of, and the problem. And I think this time we're actually doing it very right. Like, we spent a lot of time on user research to figure out what the actual problem is, and we have kind of an idea of a solution that fits to this type of customer, which we have specified very well so far. And I think that's a very good basis for building up a company on top of that.
Yeah. So let's unveil, let's show what we're doing. Can you do a short pitch
of what we're doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, what we do is we're building a way for people to have a more convenient option to live a zero waste and sustainable lifestyle. And we do this because we think we want to accelerate the consumption of sustainable goods. Mm-hmm. And nowadays it has been very difficult to live this lifestyle.
What does that lifestyle look like for people who don't know? A zero waste lifestyle.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was actually very interesting to look into that. And I mean, how they live, like they use containers and jars to fill up their stuff, and there's these special stores in town,
food
stores, where they go to and fill in their nuts and pasta, rice and stuff like that, and cornflakes, and then they go home. And what that means, like there's not these huge stores like the big grocery stores, right? So you don't get everything in one store, so you have to run from store to store, and you have to bring your own containers or jars or whatever you have. And you have to bring them to work first, because after work you want to do it. And these stores close at, I don't know, 7, so you have to run out of the office early enough. And it's just a lot of effort, especially for people who are not living in a big city. They have to, some people like drive half an hour to get their stuff, to get pasta, like you could go get in the next grocery store, but they don't want to buy with all the plastic. And yeah, exactly. That's kind of how their day looks like. And so we're gonna build a solution on this problem for these customers, kind of, that we make it able for them to live a sustainable lifestyle. And how we do this is basically we deliver their products to the door.
Yeah, that's the rough solution, right?
Exactly.
It's to make that more convenient, and ultimately, I think the goal is to make living that lifestyle more convenient for the broad society, because it's super time intensive right now. But if it weren't, and people could get it, delivered in some way, I think many more people would live like that, and that would reduce plastic waste and all that.
I mean, we see this huge trend of the zero waste trend, movement, kind of like so many more people are really aware of this problem, and that this problem is actually a very bad impact on our planet. And there is definitely more and more people doing that, but there is this certain kind of obstacles in a way, because it's super inconvenient to live like that, and we have to kill these obstacles and make them able to live that.
Yeah. It's funny. We had these two ideas before. One was an Airbnb for desk space, so you could rent out your desk in your living room. You remember when we told people about it, they were like, "That's a very cool idea," but we realized the people would not want to work in someone else's apartment. So, and now when I'm talking about our current startup. And I say, we have found people who really have this problem, and they love the idea of the solution that we have. And the reactions I get is, oh, that's cool. It's much less enthusiastic.
If they're not part of the target group, yeah.
Because they're definitely not part of the target group, but they weren't for the other idea either.
No,
but the Airbnb in the name, made it sexy, and it's just it was just astonishing at the beginning. I said, wow, that could really demotivate, people. If you tell your family and they're like, no, that's fine.
I mean, that's also a big learning we had now, right? Like, you have to talk to the right people. Only value the feedback from the right people, and not just from everyone, because it's not like
it's useless.
It's useless. Yeah. I mean, it's also like building an Airbnb for something like that, for desk space or whatever it is, or an Uber for whatever. It's always super cool, because you can grow super fast, and it's mostly super scalable. And if it works, like if you find that solution that works for some kind of problem of a customer, then it's amazing. But that's the challenge of it, and not coming up with this idea, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And we didn't see any way out of this, or
no,
any successful path we could go.
We checked a lot, but there's other startups doing exactly that now, even in Switzerland.
Good luck for them. I mean, it would be very cool if it works in the end.
Yeah, it would be nice if it worked. Bit frustrating though.
A bit frustrating
for us, but let's hope they can do something, because it would be super cool. Yeah, I have one more question, but we can also
go ahead.
What keeps you up at night, and how do you deal with it? Maybe an example.
I mean, sometimes I have these days, where things don't go well.
Like what? You have an example?
Yeah, you get shitty. Week. You get in the past 2 weeks were super amazing. I was sleeping like a baby every night.
We are on a roll.
Yeah, we're still up there. But before, for example, with this Airbnb model, at some point I just couldn't see. Like, I didn't have any assumption anymore that it could work, Sometimes you have still an assumption somewhere that it could work like this. For this customer, it could be a good thing. But I was like, no, it's not a good thing for anyone. There are better solutions out there than ours. And at that point, I was a little bit like, shit, man, I'm like, what am I doing? Like, I spent 4 months on doing these things, And we're basically nowhere with the idea. But I mean, if you actually think about it, we learned so much in these 4 months, so it's fine. But in this moment, I'm just thinking about this idea sucks. We have to stop that. We have to go back to work and do something and whatever. That's a typical moment when I see that our idea and the solution and all our assumptions just fall apart, and I just see that nothing can work, and I just see this huge, huge pile of work we would have to do that something would work, and kind of it's just way too overwhelming.
Yeah, I remember that time you started sleeping in longer.
Yeah.
And I think you were a bit sick. Just a cold or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
And I felt that there was something that was wrong.
Yeah.
And I was holding on to the idea probably 1 or 2 weeks longer than you.
Yeah.
And you were like...
It was already dead.
It was dead already.
Yeah. It was dead already. Yeah.
I was still hoping. Yeah.
Cool. So, that was the Christmas edition.
Thank you very much, Michel, for your time.
Yeah, thank you, Daniel. Where will you go for Christmas?
We will see. We will see.
Okay.
The plan is to go to Indonesia.
Awesome.
So
that sounds great.
Yeah. Enjoy some rain there.
Yeah. Is it rain season?
Yes.
Nice. Yes. Great. It hasn't been raining a lot here, so it's probably nice.
Yeah. No, it's super warm.
Cool.
So if you're listening this, I'm already there probably.
Yeah.
So
Great.
Hope you're enjoying your Christmas. And see you next Monday for the next episode.
For the last episode in 2018, right?
Yes. 31st. You have to listen to it. It's the last.
That's actually a New Year's Eve edition then.
Yeah.
It's not, but
it's not.
It is.
Okay, it is. All right. Happy Christmas.